What's going on, crew? Your boy's back. About to break down this Saturday slate. Think I feel pretty good about this one. The weekend slate's always weird. Guys get unexpected days off to rest. Um, guys, these guys are rich guys playing basketball. It's not like they don't have money. So you could just imagine what they was doing on Friday night and what they got their mind on for this Saturday night. So things like that makes me kind of leery about the weekend slate, but I'm gonna break it down to the best of my ability, and we're gonna get that check, and we're gonna do what it do. We're gonna make it do what it do. Just to touch on last night's slate, I definitely faded Chris Paul because, for one, I went back and looked at every game that James Harden missed that Chris Paul played. And in my process of doing that, I came upon a game against the Clippers last year. Mind you, in that game, Patrick Beverly didn't even play. So just imagine what was going to happen yesterday. I kind of felt like they were going to get blown out. So I was trying to tell all my peoples, please do not play Chris Paul. All right? And I was right. History always repeats itself. When you think about Chris Paul with no James Harden, think about Chris Paul and the Clippers. All right? Was Chris Paul a 9K Draftkings player when he played for the Clippers? Why is that? Because when both of them on the floor at the same time, teams have to cover them both, and it makes it easier for them both. You take one away, and they could concentrate on the guy that could do the most damage. It leaves the rest of the team to do something. And if you're relying on Carmelo, PJ Tucker, and Green and these guys to really carry that team to a victory, then your basketball IQ might be a little bit off. All right? So that's how I interpreted it. That's what I shared with you guys extensively on Twitter, and that's what happened. Um, I mean, it was just that simple. Huh? Macagino says, "What's up, fam? You do FanDuel? Nah, I tried FanDuel a little bit last year, but this year they did this whole new thing about dropping the lowest score, and it got even worse. I never liked it in the first place, so I definitely don't like it now. I'm not even gonna look at it. I got 290s and still got bodied. Wow. What's up, DFS Simpin fan? What's good, Jeffrey? What's good? Rico Smith, welcome. They get blown out every night. It's gonna be a thing. I could see it because they lost their biggest offensive threat and they don't have a defensive game. So a team like the Clippers, their offense is not even that strong. What happened when they play these teams with powerful offense? They're gonna get ran off the court. Simple. What's up, fam? Up in smoke. Try doing my thing with DFS. Ain't working. Need to return to the teacher. Well, come back. Welcome back. Former players of Doc never do well against him. That's another thing I said. Who did I say that to? I think I was in this little chat. And I'm like, yo, Doc Rivers coached this guy. So he knows his weakness. He could just expose it, lock him down, and expect his team to carry the rest of the load. So that's funny you say that because I said those same exact words. What's up, bro? T-Wolves get blown out too. Yeah, that was sad. Yo, literally the last John Wall 3 and Fox's last free throw put me in the cash. Congratulations. I didn't cash, and I had 3 lineups with no Chris Paul. And I took a smooth L yesterday, but I'm gonna bounce back. You said Dotson. Oh, all my value plays did good. I told y'all Dotson, he came through for about 6 times value. Danny Green was in my lineup. He came through for like 8 times value. I was big on Ed Davis. Ed Davis gave y'all 7 times. So I'm telling y'all, man, I'm onto something. I just gotta shake a little more of that rust off. I just came off of a 3-game winning streak. I could take a little L for one night. Magruder is a thing every night. I'm about to check it out. Let's see. Let's go. Detroit versus Boston on the Detroit side, guys. If you're new to DFS, you're not gonna know this, right? But I'm gonna tell you right now that every single time Andre Drummond plays against the Boston Celtics, he kills that team. I think he put up like 80 on them last year. He's gonna do it every time he plays them. He's at home. He's gonna kill them. If you don't believe me, I don't know. A lot of people got their own little tools. I don't use too much tools. I just use what I know in my little upstairs. Look on your Wowies or your Rotos and everything. Andre Drummond stats against Boston Celtics. Once you see that, you're gonna understand why I'm so excited about Drummond today. A lot of people are bigger on Griffin because of that 80-point bomb, but Drummond is who I think I want. I'm comfortable with Drummond. Other than that, I'm good, man. Maybe some Ish Smith off the bench. Ish Smith has been pretty consistent. I could forgive this 20-point performance. Let's see what happened. He didn't take that many shots. He normally takes 12 shots. He was shooting pretty well, 57%, 2 for 4 from downtown. They probably played down to the competition. Reggie Jackson probably had it going. I don't know what it is, but I know the coach want to play Ish Smith and Reggie Jackson together. Maybe that's gonna kind of fracture his output a little bit because he's a guy that needs to do his thing. He can get some assists off the bench. He could score. They play a little defense when he's ready, get some rebounds or whatever. So I don't know. I don't know how that Ish Smith situation is working out for them down there. But typically, I like to pick on Ish Smith for that cheap price. Luke Kennard, I think he just had a procedure and they're going to reevaluate him or whatever. He's not playing. But other than them two guys up front, Griffin and Drummond, maybe some Ish Smith, I don't consider this team. And I don't think I'm going to pay for 8.8 Drummond. So I'm going to keep it moving. I just like Drummond, and that's still on the Boston side of the ball. Kyrie Irving should have a better game. His price is coming back down to what it should be. 7,100. I don't hate it. I'm just not a Kyrie guy, honestly. But I don't hate that price for him. Reggie Jackson can't hold nobody. Kyrie Irving. The only thing with Kyrie is he plays for a coach. We got accustomed to seeing Kyrie in Cleveland, where him and LeBron just take it to teams on a nightly basis. You know what I mean? But now he plays for one. He has some very potent teammates. Jaylen Brown has been having a quiet year, but he's good. Tatum is good. Horford is decent. Then you got dudes off the bench, Rozier, Smart. You got a deep team. So he's not asked to do that much. And if you look at his numbers, you're going to see that he's taken, 13 shots is a lot, 19, 20 shots. But the coach is not going to say, here, take over my game. No, they're swinging the ball. They're running sets. They're playing team basketball. And I think that's what's really affecting Kyrie Irving's fantasy value. And I'm not really ever in a rush to play him. My favorite player here will probably be Tatum. I'm a guy that look for 6 times value. He's averaging that for his price. The matchup is not the best, especially when they try to play him bigger sometimes. I don't think I have any interest in him tonight, but that is my I do like him. And I like Marcus Morris. The only thing is that he comes off the bench, and that might discourage me. I like to stick to starters that play a lot. But he's the main guy off the bench, okay? When you look at a bench guy taking 10, 12 shots a game, you into that. The only thing with him is he'll go from 34 to 14 to 27 to 15 to 37. So I don't know. He's very up and down. He's not too consistent. I think I threw him in one of my lineups because I like the guy. I like to play him. I remember when he was on Detroit. Oh, it's a what you call it? It's a revenge game. So if you're into that, I didn't even notice that I still picked him in one of my teams. But if you're into the revenge narrative, there you go. It's a revenge game. The matchup seems to be in the green based on stats in this small sample size so far. I like it. Him and Tatum are my 2 picks. But again, the way that this team, the style that they play with, I'm not really too interested in too many of their players. Okay. New Orleans versus Utah. I'll check out some Drew Holiday. That price is really too cheap for him. He got some 40, 50-point upside. His floor might seem like it's 28, but it's really not. This game, yeah, he did play a lot of minutes, and they did win. Not quite sure what happened there, but that's still 5 times value. To have a decent floor like that and be able to put up 40s for 6K, I'll take it. I like him back at home. The only thing is it's a back-to-back for him. And Utah is one of the better defensive teams in the league. But I do like him and Peyton. They're the same price. They're the same thing. For the same price, I'll probably go more Drew than Peyton. Just because Peyton can Only because I watched the Brooklyn game yesterday. Before I was kind of just looking at numbers and stats, but to actually see them play and the style that they play with, I like Drew a little bit more for the same price. Normally, I'll take whoever's cheaper, to be honest. But now that they're the same price, I'll go Drew Holiday and be happy there. Mirotic is the dogs, them. I like to pick on him. It's just that his last two games. See, in fantasy, you got to have a short memory too, guys. Okay, I wanted to say that. A lot of games from yesterday might make you be discouraged from a lot of players. Just like the other day, Griffin went off, and everybody was off Drummond. But I picked Drummond and end up in the cash because Drummond, he didn't fail. You know what I mean? He had like 5 times value, which is not failing, but Embiid got him in a little bit of foul trouble. Embiid got him frustrated, and Griffin took over. But any given night, we expect Drummond to have a strong role on the team. So you got to have a short memory on when weird circumstances happen. You can't hold that against these players. So with Mirotic, I want to say I want to have a short memory, but for 7K on this slate, there's a lot of guys I like more, and I'm going to touch on those guys as I continue to break it down. All right. And then Anthony Davis is just a monster, man. He got 100-point upside, literally. Okay. Against the Nets, he could have did more, but his teammates kind of stepped up. But when a guy can score you 30 points a night, and this is his lowest, when you're low, when you put out 18 points and you still get 60 fantasy points, all right? Look, your defense, look, 5 blocks, 4 steals. What if he did all this and still put up 30 points? He'd have been in the 80s, probably 90s. You'd have had 30 more to this. He'd have been, 20 more. If you had 15 more, you'd have been at about 75. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, man, this guy is to be played whenever he's on the slate. He's the new Russell Westbrook. He seems to be healthy. He's playing. He hasn't been getting old, but it's a back-to-back game. I think this is his first back-to-back game. We know he has health problems, so you might want to be careful with that. But I love some Anthony Davis, okay? I think he's a stud of the slate. If me, I'm normally a balanced lineup kind of guy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get him in my lineup, but he's the stud of the slate. And then Julius Randle, they still got the questionable tag next to him, but he played yesterday. He looked fine. He didn't have any setbacks or anything. So I think he'll play for 5.9. He's worth a shot if you're making 150 lineups and you think it's a day where he'll get it going. He's a guy that really forced himself in the interior. Like, he just bully balls him way into the lane. And I think between Favors and Gobert, they're not going to really. Now, don't get it wrong. Centers has been doing good against Utah to begin this season, but not centers with the style of play that Julius Randle plays with. All right, let's move on to Cleveland versus Indiana. This is a game I probably just stay the hell away from. I don't know if Kevin Love is playing, but Cleveland sucks. A lot of their players, like Clarkson, I was big on when they said Love wouldn't play because I thought that he would play 30 minutes and take 20-something shots. The coach does not like this guy for whatever reason. He's probably one of the most talented players on their team, but the coach just don't like him. So me, I'm not going to play him. All right. And we look at all these scrubs. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Osman, his price finally starting to level back down a little bit, but it's Indiana, which plays very good defense. Probably one of the best defensive team in the league right now. So I'm not touching none of these guys. Even if Kevin Love plays, I'm not interested in 8K Kevin Love. I don't want none of these guys. I don't want this game, period. I'm just going to fade it, period. Oladipo. 7.7K seems a little bit cheap for him. I need mid-40s. I do know Tyreek Evans has been ruled out, so that might give him a little more time on the court. But again, this is another team playing very good team basketball. So many guys getting minutes. Their whole team gets minutes, right? Corey Joseph going to get a good share. Collison got to get his. Oladipo got to get his. Bogdanovich got to get his. So their backcourt is crowded. Even their front court, Thad Young got to get his. They got McDermott getting his. Sabonis got to get his. Even Kylo Quinn is getting some in there. I don't really like Miles Turner. I don't like this game. I just think that I got to keep it moving from this game right here. Not really interested. All right. Atlanta versus Chicago on Atlanta side. Now I'm starting to get into what I like. On Atlanta side, Trae Young for 7.2. I think you can sign me up for some of that. Again, if you just looking at numbers and you see a 29, you might be like, oh my God, I can't do that. But when you look further, you'll know that I actually was watching that game. He missed the whole first half because he picked up like 3 fouls in the first couple minutes. So this is all second half for the most part, 30. So if he plays a full game, he stays out of foul trouble, which I don't see anybody on Chicago imposing foul trouble onto him. I see 40s and 50s from him. He got the talent. You see when he plays a full game, he puts up 60, and he only played one half for the most part. And they're going to give him the minutes. They feed him the ball. His usage is crazy high. I really like this kid, especially with the matchup, playing a team coming off a back-to-back at home who doesn't have any defense. It's just a no-brainer. I really like Trae Young tonight. I like Bazemore quite a bit. I think Bazemore's in a good spot. I think he made both of my lineups that I ended up settling on, but I'm not in a rush to throw Bazemore in, but just know that I do like Bazemore. Prince, Bazemore, same thing. I'm the type of guy I'm going to take the cheaper one, which is Bazemore. Bazemore needs about 30 to make me happy. He's averaging 35 on the season. Again, you got to have a short memory. Don't just look at that number and be like, oh my God, I got to pick him. He's good. He had a game where he put up 53 fantasy points. That's an outlier, okay? That's kind of skewing his averages a little bit, so you got to be very careful. With that being said, the rest of the games, if I can excuse the high and excuse the low, I'll say he'll settle just around 30, which is what I'm expecting from him. And if I get him on a day where he's hot, it'll put me ahead of the competition. So I think Bazemore is worth a look for those reasons right there. And then you got some deadmen. I'm not really interested. You know, this guy right here, Alex Len, I'm very interested in him today. Chicago don't really have a center. I think he'll double today. I think he'll get you another line similar to this, around 44. I'm not ready to pull the trigger because there's a lot of centers that I like on this slate. But if you don't like Drummond and you don't like JaVale McGee, or you don't like Phoenix center, or you don't like Whiteside, or there's so many centers on this slate that I'm just like, I couldn't get to Len. But I love Len today. I think Len is in a good spot. Let's see what other centers. There's so many, like Vucevic, Ayton. You got some Nurkic, Whiteside, McGee. These are guys that I like more than Alex Len, but I think Alex Len is set up to have a good game. All right, but the centers tonight are all good, and I prefer not to use my center spots for Alex Len. Just can't do it. All right, on the Chicago side of the ball, this is where I'm going to use some strategy today. Strategy should be implemented in fantasy, and I think a good strategy, especially if you're going to pay up for some Anthony Davis and Drummond. If you're going to have an Anthony Davis lineup, you're going to need value. And my thing is, when you're looking for value, try to find a team that has a lot of O's, red O's. It means that a lot of their players are injured. So the ones that do play are going to have a high usage rate because they don't have a bench like that. They have to play their guys, all right? And then if the high-priced guys are good, like Levine is good, you could give him a shot. I'm not really in a press to play Levine because around that price, there's other people that I like more than Levine. 8K Levine is a little bit ridiculous for me, all right? But I'm starting to look at the low price guys. Like, for example, I look at shooting guard, and I see, no campaign for me. I look at their point guard here, and I see Blackney. I love Blackney at the min price. Why? Because he's going to get 20 minutes. He has to. The only time he won't is when Dunn played, and now that Dunn is gone, he's going to get 20 minutes. This guy has never did less than a point per minute, all right? He put up 17 in 22 minutes. For 3K, with some nice studs in my lineup, I'm taking that, all right? I'm taking that. Against Philly, he put up 24. That's 8 times his price. Against Charlotte, he put up 20. That's another 7 times his price almost. So I love Blackley for the value. I don't see why not. Throw him in there. Why not? All right? Throw him in there, all right? Another guy here that I love for the value, Felicio. Bobby Portis is out now. They're starting Carter, and I get it. They don't want to play Lopez. Lopez didn't even see the paint yesterday. All right. So, and then even in a power forward spot, they don't have Markkanen. So it's Parker, Carter, and Felicio. 3 people to fill 2 positions all game. All right. Felicio is $3,300. Somebody mentioned him in my chat yesterday. I kind of ignored it. But in 16 minutes, he put up 17. In 30 minutes, he put up 18. So you can give him a little bit of minutes, a lot of minutes. He's still going to get you around that 6 times value. He'll get you that value that you want. You can fit your studs in your lineup. You're getting it from the same injury-depleted team. All right? If I can get 30s, and I'm pretty sure both of them can get me into the 20s on a good Atlanta team that just sucks. It's going to be throwing up a lot of bricks. Trae Young, forcing up the ball. With these new rules where the shot clock for offensive rebounds is only 14 seconds, there's more possessions, so more rebounds. It's just lovely. I love stacking from injury depleted team, min-price players that's going to get a lot of usage, a lot of minutes. That's just a strategy that I like to use, all right? So those two from this game is probably who I'll take. Trae Young on the other side, maybe consider pairing up some Trae Young with some Kent Bazemore, and then I'm gonna just keep it moving from there. That's how I feel about that situation right there. All right. Checking with YouTube, man. Checking with YouTube. CP3 rocks me. Yo, if you play CP3, that means you don't trust me, man. I say a lot of stuff, but when I go hard and tell you I don't play CP3, it's for a reason. I knew it. Oh man, Eric Lunsford, what's going on? How you? Welcome. T-Will, good. Yo, live your lives. Dotson. Let's win tonight, baby. Magruder's a thing every night. I don't know. I'm gonna get to that game and share my thoughts. Yo, Shaq's comments about Cat play had me rolling. I gotta check it out. I didn't hear it. Last night I went out, got a little saucy. So I'm just not waking up, getting to the DFS. Yo, Drummond had 15 and 17 and 3 blocks last game. So what's that? 15.17 rebounds is 20. So that's 35, 36, 37. And then 6, 43. I don't know, man. I love Drummond against that team. He always kills them. Team 2 did for Kyrie to get off. Team 2 good. Yeah, that's how I feel as well. I like Oladipo. I don't like that game. I do like him though. A Milwaukee stack will work. Let me see. I don't really like that lineup that I just seen. Let me see. Irving, I'm not big on. Brogdon, sneaky good. I like Middleton. Collins is gonna have a lot of ownership because he's been doing all right off the bench. McGee, I love McGee. It's my boy. Bledsoe. I like Bledsoe. I got Bledsoe, I think, in both my lineups that I got today. And Tedecumpo, I'm not messing with for 12K. I'm just not going to do it. And Henson, I'm good. I mean, I don't know. Yo, DFS little monster was good. Your boy, I told your boy that CP was going to fail, man. I try to tell y'all. Ice Trays a go. Yeah. Carlos Candido was good, man. Was good. How life on the West Coast. Movie Hood TV is in the building. Welcome. Len, 5.9 is sneaky. That's a fact. I did say that. And when he goes off, I'm going to be like, I'm mad I ain't have him. But he just don't fit my strategy for the day. I just don't want to make a lineup just to say I'm going to make a Len lineup. But I like Len. If you got the right lineup and you got space for him, I think he's in a good spot. Hit 307 and 304 last night. Let's go. Dogs only. Yo, that's what's up. Hit the like button one time for my dude. For sure. Bellinelli at 3.9. I got it. I'm gonna check it out when I get to that game. 1.03. Talk that shit, blah blah. How you feel about Jaren Jackson? I'm gonna talk about it. I'm stacking with Middleton and Tedecumpo. That's a high price stack, but it could work. Shit, my bad. Still hungover. What's good, little monster? What up? McGee should be 5,500 to 6,000. Love McGee. Yo, what up, bro? Saw you in the triple ups the other night. We both cashing. You gonna see me on top of the triple ups every night, J Jerk. That's my favorite contest, man. It's so easy. I bet 25, end up with that's a $50 profit. Easy. Let's get back to this breakdown though. Where I'm at. Philly versus Charlotte. I read something saying that Embiid might miss this game. If he does, lock in Ben Simmons. If Embiid misses this game, locking Ben Simmons. You just have to. If Embiid misses this game, locking Ben Simmons. One more time. If Embiid, even if he plays, lock him in. That's too cheap. Ben Simmons gonna get you 60. All right. Now, remember I was talking about the numbers being skewed. They got his average. People might look at that because some people, they just look at numbers, right? They're going to see 44.6 like, nah. But guess what? That's averaging a 10 right here, which he only played 8 minutes. And I think he hurt himself and missed the next game. And he already, in 8 minutes, have 4 assists. He's going to get 10 plus assists. He probably triple-double tonight, man. I'm not lying. That's a guy I really like on this slate. Like me some Ben Simmons. I think he's in a good spot. Other than that, I don't know about this team. I like Redick, but Redick's 2 good games were the games that Ben Simmons didn't play, so that worries me. If Ben Simmons doesn't play, the whole DFS community is going to jump on Saric. I might not, just because I don't know. I'm stubborn like that. I don't really like chalk, and I don't know. But I think he's a good play. I'm not gonna play him, but I think he's a good play. I did consider him when I was looking at the slate before I came live. It's just I don't know. I'm not feeling Savage like that. All right, and then this Rocco guy, if what's his name don't play, he's a guy. He'll get you good numbers, but he'll sink you sometimes. So you gotta be careful. Them 21s and them 15s. It's kind of worrisome. If MB does play, do I like him? I still don't like him. Not for that 10K. I mean, he just dropped 70, 60, 60s and 70s consistently. Charlotte really don't have a big man like that. I don't know. I hope he doesn't play. That's one less headache I got to worry about on the slate. Let's move on. Memphis. I love this guy right here, Mike Conley. All right. I played him when he had 44. I played him when he had 40. I've been playing him every game. He's been in the 40s. He's gonna probably be in the. He's definitely should be in the 40s today. It's just that it's a lot of point guards that will be in the 40s with him for that price. If you want to go with somebody less owned, I think it'll be him. So go ahead and show him some love. Throw him in a couple of your lineups. If you're a shark, out of your 150, you should probably have him in about 67 lineups. I don't know, but I like Mike Conley. I think he's good to go. Other than Mike Conley on this team, the only other person I'll probably consider is this guy here, Jaren Jackson Jr. Against Memphis, against Phoenix, like I said in my stream the other day, guys go there to have what you call career nights. All right, when you play against Phoenix, expect to have a career night. These guys, they want to run up and down the court and play these weird street ball looking basketball, and guys are putting up big numbers on them. So if you expect a guy to put up big numbers, that's why I like Conley too. I think Conley dropped 50 on their ass today. I think Mark Gasol dropped 50. Jaren Jackson liable to drop 50, especially with no JaMychal Green. I think it's a good play. This guy from the Spurs should be a good play too. Kyle Anderson. He just hasn't been able to get it going. The minutes has been there, but he hasn't been able. He's not scoring. Even when he's on the Spurs, I really wasn't a big fan of the guy anyway. So now he got a little less coaching involved. I think I would use caution. With no Booker, who's the beneficiary? Whoever gets that question right tonight should win some good amount of money. I can't call it. I know that Isaiah Cannon, like last year when he came in from the this is somebody I probably need to look at. When he came in from the wherever he was, D League or whatever, he came with a splash and put up very big, good numbers. All right. It's just that the guards again are too heavy. What I'm really looking for is some forward values. I need forwards that can do good for me. I'm settling for like Bazemore and Marcus Morris in my lineup. I need forwards. I don't need guards. And Cannon is just not someone I'm quick to run to. And Mike Conley plays a little bit of the defense. I feel like this game gets out of hand anyway. TJ Warren might be sneaky, but why? I could see TJ Warren getting the start, right? Or Troy Daniels. Jamal Crawford is like career bench player. So TJ Warren might get the start for 5K. A lot of people might chase that. I just can't figure it out. I don't have a good read on this game right here. But Ayton, I like Ayton. Again, for 8K, there's other people that I like. I'd rather probably even go Whiteside over him for $800 cheaper, help my lineup out. But I do think Ayton is in a good spot. Biggs have been killing. He's taking a lot of shots. He's going to take even more shots. He's a double-double machine, the #1 draft pick. He's playing defense. He's doing everything that he needs to do. I just don't have the space for him, but I do like him. So my Phoenix players that I would mess with is Kanan, because of his role running the point now. There's no more Devin Booker running the point. It's going to be Kanan. That's their true point guard, the only like raw point guard that they really got. And some Ayton. Definitely mess with some Ayton. If you're into your 150 lineups, those Ayton and about 46 of them, I guess. I don't know. That's how I feel about that game. Miami versus Portland. Dragic for 6K. I don't know. D-Wade has been pretty consistent in the mid-20s every game. I haven't seen D-Wade have a bad game yet. Oh, he did against the Knicks. Knicks playing some real good defense, man. Knicks playing some real good. That coach, Fizdale, got these dudes playing some defense. Okay? Knicks got playing defense. If you watch that Golden State game yesterday, they playing defense. They could have knocked out Golden State, but then KD caught fire in the fourth quarter. Started to bang, 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 bang. Started hitting everything. But Knicks are playing defense. So I would excuse this and say, you know what I mean? Knicks are really playing defense. I would excuse this right here and say, D-Wade gonna get you everything. Look, he playing D. He getting some assists. He get you rebounds. He get you points. For 4K, I like it. I like it. I think D-Wade is a nice cash play if you got a nice lineup and you want a safe floor. Now, his upside on most nights are going to be limited because he's old. They're not going to really play him in the first week of the season. They'll run him in the playoff if they need him, but they're not going to really run him down right now. So that's why he didn't make any of my lineup. Now, the big thing, my biggest headache of the day is, do I want to keep trusting Rodney McGruder? A part of me says yes, but a better part of me says use caution, okay? The fact that 2 people already mentioned him in my chat means that he's popular in the community of DFS right now. And as some people might think it's silly, I try to avoid popular plays when I have pivots that can give me similar production. I'd rather go with the less popular play that can give me similar production. That's just my style. I just stick to what works, right? For me, at least. So that's one reason. 2 is there's a couple players who haven't seen the paint all season that's going to see paint. There's 2 of them, actually 3. All right. Jones Jr. played, and he did pretty well. He was playing like 30 minutes, okay? The 17th, the 18th, and the 20th, right? If I look at McGruder, 17, 18, 20, let's see. 17, he didn't do too good. 18 and 20, he did very well. So, all right, maybe Jones Jr. doesn't matter. But then what happens when you throw in Wayne Ellington, who's probable, and you throw in Justice Winslow? Now, Wayne Ellington, I wouldn't really worry about too much because even they don't really play this guy that much. He'd probably get like 10 to 15 minutes. I'm not really I don't think Ellington threatens McGruder, but Winslow does. Winslow is almost the equivalent to McGruder last year. He's very good. He might be on a minute restriction too. So McGruder should be able to eat, but the only way that I would really force McGruder into my lineup and feel good about it is if pre-lock news says that all these guys are not playing. When all these guys come back and the coach want to get them in and whatever. Yeah. So I'd rather Bazemore. I say all that to say I'd rather go Bazemore. For that same price range, I'll probably go Bazemore while the whole community of DFS goes McGruder. Just me. How long is he going to be able to keep this up? This guy's been too hot, man. 6 for 8, 7 for 11, 7 for 12, shooting 3 for 3, 4 for 6 from downtown, killing up the stats. This is the type of guy I normally like, and I've been picking him. But I'm getting a little worried now that guys are getting healthier and whatnot. We got McCollum tonight at like 6.2K. Nah, I'm good. Good off McCollum. I never picked McCollum. Chillin' DJ, what's up? If Embiid out, Dario always goes off. I'm in Philly. I know. That's a fact. I know that. That's a fact for DFS. I just don't know if I'm playing Savage tonight, but that is a fact. That's a fact for real. I know that. That's something that I do know. Yeah, had Simmons when he tweaked his back. Miss cash because of it. Yeah, that's not good. Love Sarich if Embiid is out. Are you feeling Sabonis tonight? Nah, I'm not feeling that Indiana game at all. I'm not feeling nobody. Maybe there's a gem in that game that'll reveal itself, but for almost 7K, I'm not into that Sabonis. Just not feeling it. Sarich still cheap. Yeah, Sarich is good. It's me, Hustle. Hustle, how you feel about CP3 that we was back and forth about in the chat yesterday? How you feel about that? DFS Little Monster says Sarich will be chalky. Yeah, now you see why I'm not big on him like that. Love might not play. I'm not really even looking at that news. That news kind of routed me the other day. I love Ayton. I think Ayton is good. Your core four is Drummond, Conley, Oladipo, and Jay Rich. That's a strong four. I love Conley. I love Drummond. Hustle was popping. Fan was good. Trying to get to the bag. Off all day, so let's get it. Is Love playing? No news yet. No news yet. No news yet. You got Derrick Jones Jr. possibly coming back, and also Ellington. Yeah. Die-hard Knicks fan. Nah, I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan, but I support the Knicks. I don't hate them. Like, I'm a Giants fan, and I dislike the Jets, but I can't say I dislike the Knicks. You know what I mean? What up? I need you in Slack today, man. I need a good NBA duo. I'm going to be watching from the bench. Got you. What's up, DFS Simple? Oh, Prodigy was good. Was good, man. What you talking about? Who you like tonight, man? My boy Prodigy, yo, got the good picks. Long time no see, man. Welcome. Zach Collins, I'm not about to chase that. Brook Lopez, I don't like him either. I don't know. I just started over there. I heard they eating. Magruder was hurt last year. They really liked him this year. No. Jay Rich is the play. Jay Rich been consistent. He won't kill you. You got a safe floor. It's just that for his price, I don't think he'll get me into the 40s and 50s. I need a little upside, you know what I mean? I'm just a little bit worried about that. CP3, Redick, Middleton. I'll go Middleton over Redick. I don't like Redick when Simmons play for some reason. That's just how I feel. CP3 was in my initial line. Never had a chance to switch it up. Yeah, oh man. Dragic tears up Lillard. Maybe. Let's keep it going. Oh, I didn't talk about Portland, did I? I like Lillard, nonetheless. I like Lillard. For 9K, though, I'm not ready to go there yet. People will see this 62 and be like, oh, yeah, he's hot. He had 50 the game before, which are all facts. But guess what? The first half of this game, he was struggling. He had a big ice pack on his name. And then second half, he came out hot against a team that have no coaching and no discipline. So what happened when he go to Miami that got a little bit of coaching and discipline? I don't know. I'm not ready to pay 9K for Dame, but Dame is the team. The team goes where Dame goes. McCollum, no. All right, no McCollum for me. No CJ for me. CJ? Nah. Stauskas? Yo, I'm done with this whole Stauskas up and down. If you pick him on the right night and you win, congrats. But I'm done guessing and playing around with that situation. Believe you me. I do have a little bit of interest in Amino. A little bit, but do we really have to go there on a slate like this? I don't think so. Collins, his price is starting to come up because of these weird outbursts. If you're comfortable knowing that, he'll take you from 28, which is good for that price, right? And then drag you along some 19 and 16s. And then in a blowout game, come back and get 34. And you think he's going to get 34 again, roster him. Me, I'm good. I'm not really going there. If anything, I'll probably like Nurkic for that 6K. But he's not my favorite center. But he can get you into the 40s and 50s. He does have a little bit of floor in the 20s and just around 30 for 5 times value. So that's not too bad. I think Nurkic is definitely worth some consideration. He's in a good spot. Milwaukee versus Orlando on the Milwaukee side of the ball. I like all Milwaukee. I'm not going to lie to you. I like all Milwaukee. I like Bledsoe. I like Brogdon for the low sneaky. He's averaging 6 times on the season. He got a game with some 30 upside. His floor seems to be just around 20, I guess. He's starting, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's getting 30 minutes a game. This was a complete. You could ignore this line right here, and in this one he went 3 for 12. Some people might say, "Oh, he only got 16," but Brogdon is not going to shoot 3 for 12. He had a bad shooting night. You got to have a little bit of amnesia in the DFS. The fact that he shot the ball 12 times though for 4K, that's what I'm looking at. So I do like Brogdon right there. I do like Eric Bledsoe. Middleton is consistent as it comes. Again, if you take away yesterday's game with this 25 point, with a 30-point blowout against a Minnesota team that needs to hurry up and train Jimmy Butler, I don't get it. Why you want a guy in the locker room that hate all his teammates? That his teammates are scared of him for the most part. They're uncomfortable when he's around. What is that doing for the team, man? Like, get rid of the guy. He's on a contract year. So teams realize that they're not going to pay to rent this guy, all right? They're not going to pay. I'm surprised Houston offered all that to rent him for a season, and then he walks and go to a team that he chose and still get the bag. I don't see why they would need to do that. You know what I mean? So get rid of the guy so you can, like, hopefully get something in with a contract for a couple of years, build some chemistry, and win a couple games and let Cat shine. But anyway, done venting. Middleton, I like, all right. His floor is 30s, upside 40s, consistent, a big part of their game. Can't go wrong. I had him yesterday in my lineup, but the game got way out of hand, whatever. And then Giannis, I don't feel like he's worth 12K personally. This 81-point game got the whole world like, yeah, Giannis. But Giannis is not going to get you 10 assists. He'll probably never get you 10 assists again. He's not going to triple-double and get you 10 assists, man. Not when you got Middleton and Bledsoe on the same team. So I'm going to just let him chill for a little bit, settle out in the 50s a little bit, and his price come back down to maybe 10K, 10.2 or something like that. It's a small slate. I'll jump back on that. But for right now, I'm good off Giannis. Personally, just me. Bledsoe's probably my favorite player. He's the cheapest out of all of them. If you take away this blowout game, you're going to see that he's been 6 times value every game this year so far, except for the opening game, which I don't even know what went wrong. He had only 3 assists. He's been up there in assists. Against Orlando, I could see him pulling down a lot of rebounds. It's a team that guards can get rebounds against, especially when your center is shooting from the perimeter. When you have a center that takes a lot of perimeter shots, guards get rebounds because the centers are pulling the guards out, and who's left under the rim? All right. So think about that for a little bit. Makes me like guys like Middleton and Bledsoe tonight for triple-double potential, honestly. All right. I do like Bledsoe quite a bit. I'll probably consider some Bledsoe heavily. All right. Get off for that Milwaukee team. I'm done with them. Orlando. Vucevic been hot. He's averaging 46 for 8K. I'll take it. He's triple-doubled. I don't think, again, you want to understand that his numbers are a little bit skewed because of this 70. I don't see him getting 70 consistently. I just don't. Hold on a second. Let me just make sure. I don't see him getting 70 consistently. But in a game like this, I don't see him getting that many rebounds because Giannis is cleaning up on the board. I'm not in love with Vucevic tonight. That being said, there's reasons to be in love with Vucevic tonight. He played Boston, who seems to be pretty tough on bigs. He played Portland, which Nurkic seems to be pretty tough on bigs. And he did well. He played Philly with Joel Embiid, and he did well. So I don't see no reason to hate Vucevic. I think he should do well. I'm just not going to pick him. But other than him, who else on this team would you mess with? He is this team. I do like some Fournier for 5,800, but his price went up quite a bit. Went from like 52. He's creeping up into the almost 6,000. Not too crazy about it. T. Ross have been low-key consistent a little bit, man. A little bit. 20s, some 30s. So you might want to look into some T. Ross if you're a GPP and you're looking for somebody to have a career day. Milwaukee is not the team that's going to give you a career day anyway. So I wouldn't really touch T-Ross, but I think he's interesting. He's someone I've been kind of keeping an eye on. Just waiting for that right moment, waiting for them to go to Phoenix. I'll unload some T-Ross against Phoenix for sure. And that's it. I don't like this kid right here. He let me down the other day. I'm holding grudges. He had a couple 40 and 50 outbursts, but why do we have to wait for him to have it every 3 or 4 games? Keep picking him and getting heartbroken. It's just not right. Save yourself the headache, all right? See what they got going on in here. Projects has I've been busy with school. Saw you went live and joined. Thanks, man. Thanks for coming, showing that love. I've been busy with school, so I'm about to get off of this live and knock out some schoolwork so I could get back on my DFS. Collins, I'm good. Okay, BK, that's right. Oh, yeah, I'm not a Knicks guy. I've been looking at this slate as someone else I want to run by. Y'all is Gobert. He can stay on the floor with them. I know in the past, Suns can have good games versus AD. Thoughts? I didn't do Utah. What the heck is wrong with me? I don't remember talking about Utah. Where they at? Gobert. I mean, I'm looking, when I pick players, I like players that has high usage, that's very involved, right? For him to be taking 5, 6 shots a game, that concerns me. I know he's gonna get some defensive stats. I know he's gonna probably get some rebounds. But he's not taking as many shots. He's not the type of player that I would pick on my team, especially for 7,400 tonight. But with that being said, for 74, if we get one of these nights, like Sacramento's a team that people beat up on. He had 19 points, okay? He got to the line. He gets to the line quite a bit. Against Golden State, he did all right. I mean, I like his floor. He got a safe floor, right? He's going to get you into the mid to upper 30s. He got some 40, 50-point upside. His ownership will be low, so it's a good play. It's a nice contrarian little get away from the chalk. I don't think at the end of the night you're going to be like, oh, my God, I lost because I had Gobert. No. I think he's a solid player. I think you should go for it. Mitchell for 8K. A lot of people might chase this little 50 bomb. I'm not too excited about it. Houston sucks with without both of their players. When one of the others is out, they're gonna have this type of game. James Harden plays no D. Ennis is injured. I don't even know who they starting out. Oh, they starting Carmelo now. Oh, it's not even Houston they playing. I'm bugging. New Orleans at the 2. I mean, New Orleans did just play a very hard game. They had to play from behind to win. So they're a little bit tired. And Donovan Mitchell should take advantage of it. I don't hate him for that price. I don't love it. Rubio, I'm waiting for him to get back to that Rubio from last year, man. Like, what's up, Rubio? Where you at? He showed a little flash against Golden State, but then he went to Memphis. Memphis is tough because Conley plays D. And then against Houston here, I don't know. He's shooting 1 for 8, 0 for 4. Yeah, you got to get his jump shot going before I can start messing with him. When you start showing a little consistency with the jump shot. Ingles, streaky. He had a nice little run where he was like 30, 40 here, 48 here. They upped his price. Then he started to get back down to earth against New Orleans on the wings. I don't really like to mess with New Orleans on the wings as much as I like to mess with them at the the guard spot or mess with them on the interior. Because Big seems to do well against them. So I'm not in love with Ingles. Crowder's price is sneaking up because he's been a little consistent. Favors and all these guys are not interested. So if I do touch anyone here, which I'm not, it'll be Gobert, Ingles, and a little bit of Donovan Mitchell. That's what I'm into. All right. No love for Vooch. Yeah, I showed Vooch a little love. He just plays a center, and I like there's other centers that I like. Center, Horford, Drummond, Len, Brook Lopez, Thies. If I had to pick one of these, Drummond. Drummond's my favorite center tonight. LeBron or Giannis right now. The cheaper one. They both got a lot of help. With Rondo coming back, I don't see LeBron getting as much assists. I think I don't even know what's going to happen because they had success without Rondo. They lost 2 games with Rondo, so I don't know. That Lakers situation is a little strange. Giannis was quiet last night, and LeBron's been underwhelming. He wasn't quiet. It's just that they wrapped up the game in like halftime. He wasn't quiet. The opponents had 38 points at halftime. The Minnesota Timberwolves, not quiet. Bledsoe is my favorite 2-guard on the slate. Love Bledsoe. That's a good call, Mamba. Love me some Bledsoe today. I don't think I ever played CJ in my life. Yeah, I'm not really into talk like this. Talk like this is not on my radar. Bucks blew out the Wolves, exactly. I'm a big LeBron guy too, but I don't know, this season he's doing less because he's not the Cavs anymore. He's playing with people that can play. And he's trying to get those guys to be better. For the first time, I can actually say I see LeBron trying to get people around him to be better. He's passing the ball, he's communicating with them, trying to get them to improve their game. He's not worrying about his stats as much as he used to. I'm noticing that. You know what I mean? I don't see him stealing rebounds as much. I don't see him like telling guys to stand up in the corner and shoot as soon as I pass you the ball, like he's been doing his whole career. I'm not seeing a lot of that. I'm seeing a lot of team basketball from LeBron, so I like it. In Orlando, you miss McCollum value. I didn't miss McCollum. I diss McCollum. Oh, in Orlando, you missed it. McCollum value. I'm not big on McCollum, period. I'm just not a McCollum guy. Bucks players should be fresh. Yeah, they didn't really play too many minutes yesterday. Hosmer, he got a lot of help over there. Yeah, Bazemore was the money play. Sure, CJ. This my lineup: Brogdon, Bellinelli, Saric, Jackson Jr., McGee, Middleton, Warren, and Antetokounmpo. I don't know why you're so big. Why don't you just go AD? Why? Because it's a back-to-back, and he's probably gonna get hurt. I mean, I don't hate nobody. I like Brogdon. Bellinelli, I mean, Spurs have been using him. If Embiid is out, Saric is good. Jackson Jr. is good. McGee is good. Middleton is good. TJ Warren should step up with no they point guard. I don't remember his name right now. Without him, they should step up. And Antetokounmpo is I don't hate it. I think it's a solid line, a low own, no staying away from the chalk. I think he should do good. What Tyler Johnson been doing? Nothing. He's been doing nothing. Portland on the road. I like Dragic. Mitchell or Vooch. I'll go Vucevic for the consistency. I'll go Vucevic. I don't like AD against the Jazz. Jazz been giving it up to bigs, low key. Check it out. Look at the bigs that's played them. They've been giving it up. All right. So the game, the highest total over under of the night. Lakers versus Spurs in San Antonio. Forbes, I'm good off that. DeRozan for 8,500 is interesting. They just played him and he got 66. You think he's gonna get that again? Why not? He got 14 assists that game. That game went into overtime. He played 45 minutes. Take those into mind, right? Other than that, he's just been around the 20s and 30s for the most part. He did draw some Jimmy buckets in Minnesota, right? Let's see. In Portland, CJ McCollum, he had his way with them. Lakers. And in Indiana, he got some Oladipo defense. Or maybe he's defense oriented. And I did say you got to keep a short memory. So a lot of people are going to be off for him, but he got a good matchup tonight. He's at home. So I think it's a bounce back night for him. The fact that he's been getting 14 and 9 assists makes me feel like he's the point guard of the team. He's holding on to the rock. And I don't see this being a blowout. I think DeMar DeRozan is worth a look, honestly. I don't have him in any of my lineups, but I think it's something that we should definitely check out for that late night slammer. All right. Somebody said Bellinelli. Let me see what got them into Bellinelli. Bellinelli been doing what for these guys? They get you just around 20 minutes. And I mean, we could excuse his 0 for 6 night, but what is he really doing? Huh? Shooting some threes. I'm not crazy about him. For that price, I think I'm just not crazy about Bellinelli. I'm not, honestly, but San Antonio seems to be getting more involved in what they're doing. Aldridge, I saw a stat earlier that The Lakers are giving up the most points in the paint, and that's where Aldridge goes to look for his points. For 9K though, that's the highest he's been all year. I don't know. He just dropped 37, and they gave him a $500 raise. So, um, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna pay Aldridge for that price. Sorry, can't do it. I don't even like this game like that. I do like the Lakers side of the ball a lot though. I love Rondo for that price. 6K Rondo is like a no-brainer to me personally. In the both games that he played, he hit value on both of those times. And Portland, 37, which is 6 times, and then in Houston, he was killing them. He's killing them. He's about to triple-double. I think they probably would have won that game if that whole fight didn't happen. So Rondo, the only thing is that made me stay away from him is to see how Lakers use him now that he's back. I might be thinking on some petty level, but for one, I know that LeBron and Chris Paul are close friends, and LeBron has a lot of influence on his team. And I'm not sure if LeBron's putting the bug is let's give Rondo a little more run. We've been doing good. Let's give Lance Stevenson a little more touch on the ball. He helped us win the other night. So thoughts like that have me a little bit concerned about Rondo. The fact that Lance Stevenson is making a case for more minutes and that they've been winning with Lonzo running the ball a little bit, they might want to pursue that for a couple games and see if that's the fit that they've been looking for. You know, they're still filling things out to see what's working for them, and that might just be it. So I'm just gonna stay away from Rondo for now. But if that game is on TV, which it probably is because it's the Lakers, and I watch it and I like what's going on, let me check it out. Let me see if that game is on TV. Y'all see what I'm doing with my research, right? This is how intense my research got. I get on to see games that Embiid miss, who benefits, who don't. See, I don't really get into those usage numbers that I don't know. People be having these weird sheets with colors on them. What they call them? Flow sheets that tell them, I just look at I don't know. My little research process is a little bit different. But let's see what's on TV. What we get to watch today. We gotta wait for Christmas to get some NBC games. Oh, none of these games. League Pass, I hope it's still free. So nothing's on, no basketballs on TV today? God, man, they hate me. So it's not on TV, whatever. Lance Stevenson for 4K, I like it. If he's going to get more looks, I just don't know. The only person here that I love is McGee, all right? I love McGee. He already played this team, and he showed that he could be successful against them. Where he had 31, all right? McGee, he's not even playing that many minutes, all right? And his minutes, look, he got into the 30s, and he almost got 40. The reason I love McGee is because he hasn't even double-doubled yet. He's scoring. He hasn't even doubled. He's just blocking everything, getting some steals. His arms are crazy long. He's getting all these lobs. He's getting 16, 20 points a game. One of these days, he's going to double and get in the 40s, and y'all going to be pissed. He already got into the 40s with 4 blocks here. In San Antonio, I don't see him getting too many blocks. This game, I would take with a grain of salt because he got fouled out. Hopefully, he keep his hands to himself this game and get those extra 2 rebounds and a couple extra minutes. The double-double. I just love McGee, man. I can't see myself not playing JaVale McGee. I just can't see myself not playing JaVale McGee. So for that reason, I'll probably come off. This is going to be my balanced line right here. It's not my stars and scrubs. So I'll probably come off AD because I'm not really a big pay-up guy. Come off Felicio because I'm not really a big pay-down guy. Throw some JaVale McGee in there. Balance it out a little bit like that. And I don't know what I did, how I did, who I did, but I know at the end of my process, these are the lines that I came up with right here. And them lines so fire, they don't want to pop up. Boom. So this is my stars and oh no, I went Antonio Blackney. I love Blackney. I just love Blackney for some reason. So I went Blackney for the bare minimum. He's like 2K or something like that, 3,200. I went Bledsoe, Bazemore, Marcus Morris, JaVale McGee, Drew Holiday, Ben Simmons, Andre Drummond. And then for my stars and scrubs, I stacked up on some Chicago thinking that they got to get some exposure. So I went Blackney, Felicio, and RC Dacono, whatever this dude name is. And then I threw some Anthony Davis with some Bazemore, Bledsoe, and Trae Young around them. And I feel good about those two lines, man. I feel like I strategized them well. I might touch up on this one a little more, but I don't really see the need. Outside of Black Me, I see everybody here doing well. Yeah, I might have to touch up on this one a little bit. I don't know who I would come on. I just guys that I love today. I'll probably come off Ben Simmons. Let me see. If I come off Ben Simmons and make it a real balanced lineup, I'll come off Ben Simmons. The forward options were really, really tough for me. I didn't really see too many forwards that I was interested in. But I probably, I could probably come down to DeRozan right here. But that wouldn't really help me improve nobody else. Maybe some Marcus Morris. I get somebody for 5,400. Who would it be? How much is that guy in Miami that everybody's raving about? Magruder. So I could do that. Nah, because I don't have a power forward. I need a power forward. Power forward is the position that's really killing me tonight, honestly. And I don't love none of the pay-ups like that. Outside of Anthony Davis, where would I go for power forward? That would really make me happy, all right? The mid-tier power forward sucks. Maybe some Saric. With no Embiid, throw some Saric in there like that. And then I have to come off Drew Holiday and then go Elf Payton. Just to save that $100, which I think they both the same. Boom. Can't go wrong with something like this. If you went to Saric, no Embiid, you got some Drummond, you got some DeRozan, you got some Elf, you got McGee in there, Bazemore hot, Bledsoe hot, Black Meat. I think this is a solid line right here. I think y'all should seriously consider something like that. All right? And that's it for me. Let me just check out y'all last comments before I get moving. I like DeRozan. Yeah, DeRozan's in a good spot. Do you still use Sports from the Basement? I've been checking it out, but the information been a little bit off. Like, I guess let's check them out. Yeah, I've been on there. I'll be lying if I say no. I was on there earlier. NBA draft picks, right? But their pricing is wrong. They'll give you a lineup. So Drew, Batum, Torian, Blake, JaVale, Oladipo, Randall, and Mac. And they expect $295. I guess you're going there if you're just looking for a lineup and you just want to, you know what I mean? But they salary be off. Damian Lillard does not cost $9,900. That's not his price. Drew Holiday is not $7,600. So I used to just look at it for to see what they like for value and kind of compare it with my own feelings or whatever. But it's been a little bit different. Aldridge just dropped 62 on them a few days ago. I'm not really into the chase though. And yeah, and they went into overtime. I'm not really gonna chase that. I think it's a good spot for Aldridge though. I do like Aldridge right there. LMA's in play. Go for it. Plus, it was at 7.8K. He's 9 racks. Even if you give me 62 for 9 racks, I'll take it. I just don't know if I like him like that. McGee's the only big on the Lakers. That's a fact. That's why I love him so much. People might not want to go to LMA because of his price. I don't know though. Pay the extra $900 and go Prince over Bazemore. Nah, because they both got similar involvement. Do you like Warren or Jackson and Booker? Booker's definitely not playing. I like Warren. I will go with the experience. I'll go Warren. Bro, let's go with Mirotic. I like Mirotic. I just giving him a break. I like him though. I think Mirotic is in a good spot. Yes, Saric, 30 easy. Yeah, so that's a nice little lineup for y'all right there. I'm not gonna play it because personally, I don't want to pay $8K for DeRozan, even though he just dropped 60 on him. And his price went up a whole $1,000. And even if I get 50 from him, I'll probably be happy. Yeah, and like I said, that was an overtime game. Maybe I'm being too hard on DeRozan. They don't got nobody to really hold him, for one. This game, Oladipo plays really good defense. and it showed. He shot the ball very poor. This game, he took 30 shots, which he probably will against the Lakers. The Lakers are trying to push the pace, and DeRozan is about that life. Am I gonna get 14 assists again from him? I don't know. I might get 9 though. That's a little more, you know what I mean? So I think I like it, man. I like DeRozan right there. I like it. I like DeRozan. I like Drummond. I like Elf. I like McGee. Ah, man, I don't think I'm gonna play Saric right here, man, with no who they playing? Charlotte coming off of a back-to-back, and they're at home. Maybe Bazemore solid, Bledsoe, yeah. So this is a nice line right here, man. I like this line right here. Y'all should really consider it. Get it in there. All right. Peace out, guys. I'm out, man. It's nice chopping it up with you guys. Hit me on Twitter. Got any questions, concerns, comments, suggestions, or complaints? Hit me up on Twitter. I'll answer it all. Until then, I'm out. Peace.